So I had this customer that was driving her vehicle and she hit a pothole and she went over that bump. Now she called me up and said, hey, I bottomed out my car. I need to file a claim. I've brought it to a body shop and there's X amount of damage. Well, we're going to dive into that and go over some of the advice that I gave her as an agent and show you just how the process works when an agent helps you file a claim or determine whether a claim's worth it. And we'll talk about that directly. Now, for those of you that are following the channel, I just thought I'd show you, I am 100% not out of content. I just wanted to, these are my video topics and articles that I've got probably over 100 videos that I could make. I would fair to say probably 300. And I just want to talk sincerely and show you just kind of the backside of the way that insurance works as far as when you handle a claim. So now this lady had separated her policy in the past. She actually was leaving her husband or they got divorced or whatever the situation was. So she was on her own policy. The other problem that we had is she was adding her son to the policy, who was I think 16 or 17 years old. And if you're on this channel and know that answer, you're talking $100 to $200 a month. We're in Michigan, so it was closer to the $200 a month to add that child on. At that point, that's when you really want to start shopping the insurance. That's why we work with different companies here. But it's really good to find that $100 a month deal where there's companies that want that type of risk. Going back to the pothole, she bottomed out her car, and at this point, she didn't have the money to fix it. So she had to file a claim, even though in this case, I'm screaming in my head, don't do it, don't do it. The amount of damage was about $800 to $900 worth of repairs. That's a lot, and that's really a reason you have the insurance for. Her deductible was $500. I prefaced that she make her own decision, but I'll give her my opinion as her agent because it's up to her to choose. If it was me, here's the situation. I have a $500 deductible. I have a $900 claim. So they're going to cover $400 of that claim. $500 is going to be out of my pocket. So with her, she had a pretty clean driving record. And in this case, what happened was she now had a comprehensive claim. In most cases, and in Michigan included, the comprehensive claims don't actually count against you. But it was her second comprehensive claims. You got to read your paperwork because in a lot of different companies, there's statements that say when you've had 2 or more occurrences, the insurance is now allowed to backdate to the first one. They're allowed to charge more because there are claims being paid out, even though those aren't typically paid for. The company we had her with didn't actually charge her for it, so that wasn't necessarily a big issue, but she filed it anyways. I said, I wouldn't file it. It's up to you. Here's what I think would happen. I think your rate's going to go up $900 every 6 months to a year. And I think it's going to cost you 3 times as much over the next 5 years than it would have been to just fix it yourself. She didn't have the money, so she got it fixed. Renewal time came by and her insurance doubled. And you're thinking, what the crap happened? Part of it was because she added her son on the policy. That was a large piece of it. But the largest piece was that she had a claims-free discount. And this company specifically was heavily rated on claims-free. So when you join a company and you know that you're claims free, they usually offer you like a accident forgiveness. You can purchase like a savings account with them so that if you have a claim, they just erase it. She was trying to save as much as she could, so that wasn't an option when she purchased the policy. Now that the claim has gone through and filed, she has by far blown up. She ended up not finding anything cheaper. Now, in most cases, in Michigan, for example, I personally would file a comprehensive claim. In most cases, I've had a lot of windshield claims. Those are comprehensive. I've had a lot of glass, things like that. And those are just small things. But when you start to evaluate whether the second claim is going to affect you, whether the first claim is an at fault or not at fault, that determines a lot. Some states like Texas and other states have these comprehensive count rules where if you file a comprehensive claim, doesn't matter, your rate goes up. It's considered okay in the eyes of the state. So what you should be doing is talking with your agent to determine whether or not it's worth it to file a claim. If your agent is being pushy about the claim, there's something else going on. Maybe their loss ratio for the company is really high and they're trying to stop you from filing a claim. That should never be the case. An agent should always give their honest opinion and honest advice to you as the client to let you know what your options are. Ultimately, it's your choice which way you go and which route you go. So what did we do with her at the end of this whole thing? Clearly, reshopping her was the best option. She's obviously no longer a fit for the company that she was with at the time. It was a really good fit when she was at a certain address and had a certain vehicle and didn't have high-risk drivers and didn't have additional claims on her record. That was the perfect fit for her at the time. If that was all still the same, that one claim probably wouldn't have affected it so much. In other cases, now we need to find the companies that are going to be the better fit for you. So the next step, if you're going to shop around, I've got a video that's going to teach you how to do that, what companies to look for, what profile fit that you're going to be best fit for. Go ahead and check it out and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I'll see you in the next one.